Hello and welcome back to another late night episode of Absurd Arguments. My name is Matthew and I'm here with my cozy friend Nathan. Nathan, how cozy are you this evening?
I mean, I'm pretty cozy, Matthew. But honestly, I think that you botched our intro.
What do you mean?
If we're recording this late at night, you got to get your late night DJ voice going. Hello, you cool people. Hey, everybody. Welcome to a nice, cool night. This is your hosts, Nathan and Matthew. You're in for another hour of smooth, easy listening. I hope you have a good drive. Something like that.
This is probably the least relaxing thing you could be listening to this evening, and yet, here you are.
Yeah, thank you so much for picking us, your two co-pilots in your trucker, your 18-wheeler,
As you truck through time.
Right. Just avoid those lot lizards when you pull into a gas station. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
And they know what I'm talking about, Matthew. If a trucker's listening, he'll be like, oh, crud, he knows about lot lizards. I think that's what they're called.
I'll be honest. If you are listening to this right now and you are driving your truck, I appreciate you. My grandfather was a trucker for many years, and it's a tough job. Not everyone can sit in a car for dozens of hours at a time. That really does take a lot of patience and dedication and a thirst for money.
Absolutely. And you know what I would say to those guys listening? Keep on trucking.
Truck on, mother trucker.
Okay, stop. Anyway,
yeah.
What are we doing here, Matthew?
That's a good question. I ask myself that question every time we start recording because I really haven't come to a good conclusion yet. That's why I keep meeting with you to record these, to figure out what I'm doing. And 20-something episodes in, still haven't figured that out.
At least we're on the same page there. That's good. We can
that's
both
nice.
be clueless together.
But we're here to discuss probably the biggest thing that's happened so far this year. So the reason we are here today is mainly to talk about the wonderful world of The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, yeah.
The game is out. It's fantastic. Nathan, how many hours have you already spent playing the game?
I just clocked in over 75 so far in 10 days.
Oh, gosh. I think I'm right around 60.
No way. It's got to be more.
Dude, I'm trying to do more than just play video games, man. I'm trying to, at least.
I do too. Anyway.
Sure. But in order to really ring in the Legend of Zelda fanfare, I have a game. And This game is called Hyrule Hijinks. Now, if you've played as many Legend of Zelda games as I have, then you know that there are some crazy side quests that you can do in some of these games. And so I have a list of 8 side quests. Some of them are from the Legend of Zelda games, and some of them are from other games that I found. And so, Nathan, your job is to figure out which game or which side quest is from a Zelda game and which one's from a regular game. And you get bonus points if you tell me the quest name and the game it's from.
Ah, okay. All right. We'll see how I do.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another round of Hyrule Hijinks. And your first quest, Nathan.
Okay.
The quest to acquire this sword is a long list of items that Link must obtain that includes a blue chicken, the weird mushroom, and the world's finest eye drops?
I- it seems like it's from a different game.
That is incorrect. That is the
Dang
Goron.
it.
Big Goron. How do you say that? Big Goron sword from Ocarina of
Yeah.
Time. I did.
Ugh.
It's it is a blue cuckoo. That is the name of the
Yeah.
chickens in the Zelda, but I wanted to make sure people understood what I meant. So 0 for
No,
1 so far.
The part that threw me off was the eye drops. I just haven't
I
been
know.
familiar with that as an item. So
It's weird.
okay,
Ocarina
so
of Time has some weird ones.
yeah. Okay, hit me with the next one.
You got it. On a floating island with a pumpkin-shaped shop, Link must deliver some hot pumpkin soup to a commander of the Knight Academy, carry a stack of pumpkins from the patch to the shed, and provide entertainment to the customers by playing his harp for them.
I don't think that's one. Well, wait.
Oh,
Is that
4,
from...
2.
Dang it, it's from Wind Waker, isn't it?
It is from Skyward Sword, and it is on
Dang it.
the floating island called Pumpkin Landing.
Great. I don't play any of those Zeldas.
Which is why you're the one taking this quiz, because you have not played many of the Zelda games. I've played almost all of them.
Great.
Except for the ones on the DS.
It's
all
so
right.
much fun.
Number 3. In the desert, Link comes across a black sesame seed that has recently gotten into a fight with his true love, a white sesame seed. Link reunites the sesame seeds as the white sesame seed says that she still loves the black sesame seed, causing him to weep.
Okay, this one, for sure, is not part of it. Is not part of Legend of Zelda.
That is correct. This is from Earthbound, and it is the Sesame Seed quest.
Oh, finally got one. Okay. I was about to say like WarioWare or something. That seems like a Wario type game.
Number 4. After reading a strange piece of paper, Link reads about a UFO sighting. After heading to 4 parts of the map, the pilot of the UFO, named Poo Poo, is I couldn't do it.
Keep going.
I could do this. The pilot of the UFO named
Come on.
Poop. I had no problem saying this yesterday when I practiced.
Because there was no one else listening.
Named Poo Poo is able to give Link a special item in exchange for some potions.
I'm gonna say no. That's not from it.
You are correct. 2 for 2.
Okay.
Or
wait,
2 for 4.
Let me see if wait. Don't tell me just yet. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna say it's from either Chrono Cross or Earthbound 2.
Incorrect. It's from Final Fantasy VIII.
Dang it! That was gonna be another guess. That
was the one I thought you were going to get since you've played that one. Anyways,
maybe.
Here we go. Halfway there. A child of around 4 years old wants to open an armor shop in Castletown, so Link must donate 1,000 rupees to repair a bridge, give a Goron some bathwater, and the shop should open.
I think you're trying to throw me off here, but yeah, I'll say that's real.
Ding, 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 ding. Correct. That is the quest for Malamart in Twilight Princess.
Oh, okay. Good.
That's the really weird song that goes. Oh my gosh, it's such a creepy song.
It's great. Such a good song. I like that song.
Number 6. A girl is frustrated when she tells Link that her family won't believe her. She claims aliens attacked her family's ranch and have tried to steal cows. So Link must wait until the dead of night in order to shoot them down and save the cows.
Um, I'm gonna say that's not in the games.
Incorrect. That is from Majora's Mask,
Dang
and the
it.
quest is called An Unwelcomed Guest.
Man, you're doing all the games I haven't played. Even Final Fantasy VIII is one I didn't play much.
Well,
All right.
Link finds a skull that talks to him and asks if Link can find all the pieces of his body and put him back together. After traveling across the world, the skeleton is assembled. He says that he owes Link one and runs away to be reunited with his grandmother.
Oh, no, that's so sad. I'm gonna say that's not in Legend of Zelda.
That is correct.
Is it Chrono Cross?
It is Chrono Cross! Woo! Yes, that is
Very
the
cool.
quest Rebuilding Skelly.
Aw, that's so
All right.
sad.
All right, here's the last one.
Okay, I'm
In
ready
order
for
to
it.
obtain a magnifying lens to see hidden rooms on the map, Link must trade items in this order: a Yoshi doll, a ribbon, dog food, bananas, a stick, honeycomb, a pineapple, a hibiscus flower, a letter, a broom, a fish hook, a mermaid's necklace, and a mermaid scale.
I'm gonna say no, and I have an idea for the game if I'm right.
Well, whatever game you have in mind is incorrect because that is from Link's Awakening,
Oh, dang it,
and that is
Darn
the
it.
trade sequence.
man. So how many were there?
There was 8. I think you
Okay, I
got...
got half. I kept track.
I did not. I was having too much fun reading.
Yeah, you were having too much fun torturing me. Going, Nathan hasn't played these Zeldas. He
Amen.
won't know a thing.
Well, this has been Hyrule Hijinks. Thank you for playing, Nathan. You did...
I did. Now, people may be wondering, why would we talk about Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, besides the fact that we've been playing it obsessively since it released 10 days ago, our time. The thing is, I was thinking of an episode of our podcast where we could tie it in to Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom somehow. All right?
Mm.
And one distinctive feature, which Matthew knows very well, is there are like 3 different areas of the game you can explore. You can explore the air, you can explore the land, and then there's like a cave system below there, called the depths. And so that got me thinking, if in our world we have the air, we have land, and we have the sea. And so I thought, what if each of these got its own award, like a superlative, like they do in graduations,
Mm-hmm.
And so Matthew and I are going to present superlatives to land, air, and sea, and we'll argue about it and see if we agree with the superlatives we've given. We're anthropomorphizing land,
That's a
sea, and
word.
air. Yeah.
Yep.
It is a word. Don't at me. So that's our goal, and we did research. Well, kind of. What research did you do?
I went and found ebooks and articles online that have been published in magazines and other places that are academic in nature. And man, I have read some of the most boring things I've ever read and some of the most interesting things.
Ah,
Yes.
he may be a flat earther now.
Definitely not.
We may find out, folks. My research was no research. My job
Pure
is
wit.
yeah. So I just gotta try my best to defend this stuff with no sources other than myself.
Well, we never know how good of a job you're going to do if we don't get to that point. So let's go ahead and cue that music.
Let's do it.
Now let's paint a picture here. You
Okay.
open up your yearbook, the graduating class of 2023. You see the valedictorian, you see the salutatorian, you see all the other people that you're pretty sure have missed half of the school year, but they somehow graduated. And then
My
you make your
heroes.
way over to the superlatives.
Yeah.
The superlatives in this yearbook, they appear to be quite strange because none of them have to do with the graduating class of 2023. They only have to do with the land, the air, and the sea. And
Yeah.
as you turn the pages, you begin to see different titles and the different superlatives. And the first superlative you come across is the best wildlife. And
Ah.
I would like to submit that the best wildlife is found in the sea.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, the article from the magazine called The New Internationalist, in 2019, August 21st, there was an article posted that was called Who Owns the Sea? And in this
Yeah.
article, there's talk about trying to figure out, well, who owns the sea? And the author of this, it doesn't say. That's quite nice.
Maybe it was the sea itself.
I'm assuming that's probably right.
Right.
So the author begins the article in this way. There's a cartoon that an oceanographer, Lisa Levin, uses in her lectures. It shows a group of women having coffee. One is saying, I don't know why I don't care about the bottom of the ocean, but I don't. And it's from the New Yorker, dated 1983, and it's safe to say it's probably reflected the feeling of the vast majority of people. And
Yeah.
we want to know why we should love the sea. The author of this article begins to explain why. We know the sheer color and wondrous beauty of sea life. Bioluminescent fish that dazzle in the dark deep, where no light penetrates except the magical flashes that sea creatures themselves create. Awesome underwater mountains and kelp forests that seem like the stuff of rich fantasy. We know the vast, once seemingly empty body of blue is teeming with precious and precarious life, and we know much more about the human role in endangering many of its creatures. A turtle with a plastic straw, a baby whale clutching to its ailing mother, and a dolphin expiring from exhaustion, tangled in a fishing net.
Just a second. I mean, look, I get all of those are bad, but if that sea turtle doesn't have the plastic straw, how will he drink the ocean water?
Well,
So he
considering
doesn't
that,
stay thirsty.
well, Nathan, I don't know if you've ever been to the ocean, but when
Yeah.
you drink salt water, it's actually like kind of makes you even more thirsty because of all that salt in it.
Yeah, but the sea turtle's got the lungs for it. Like it's got the enzymes.
No, it doesn't. What? No.
It drinks the salt water and it goes yum yum yum. This is like regular water to me.
No.
Yeah.
What?
Anyway, continue.
Anyways, well, that's the point. It brings out some pretty vile things, but it also brings out, reasons of why the sea needs to be protected, because fish are freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
going to aquariums is really cool, but you can only get like just a glimpse of what this would actually look like. And then you go watch like the IMAX movies. I don't know if they still have IMAX theaters or not, but
They
I
do.
always loved going to an IMAX theater and watching like the ocean stuff. And the fish are just
Right.
so pretty.
I don't know. I'm gonna push back against this dude because, like, even just some of the things you said, if you have an aquarium on land, those fish are now land animals. They're no longer sea creatures because
No,
they're
they're
not in the
still
sea.
but they're also they're still in water.
Yeah, all I'm saying is, man, there are so many ocean creatures, sea creatures that actually want to go on land. Like alligators, crocodiles, they're like, water boring. Time to go on the land. You know?
Time
I
to go
think
on a
the
land and
land.
eat a child.
Yeah, that's the dream.
Mm.
The the thing is, I think land has the better variety of wildlife. You know, you've got bugs.
Mm.
There's like tons of those guys.
Yeah, but they
Um,
suck.
well, it's not who has the suckiest wildlife because land would win that too, clearly. But I don't know. There's just you've got like lions. There's got to be other animals too, other wildlife on the land. You know, that's
Yeah,
pretty
but
cool.
how can a here's the real question. How many land animals have, glow in the dark capabilities?
Uh, Fireflies, dude, easy.
Okay,
Does
one.
that count as a sky one though?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Hmm. Darn.
But
Dude.
it
Oh yeah,
it's
I
just
got one. I
there's
got
so
one.
many things about
I said I
sea
got one.
life. All right, what is it?
The scorpions in the there's some scorpions in the desert that if you shine a UV light over them, they glow.
Yeah, that
It's
was
really
what
cool.
a friend of mine would do. He had a UV light, and he went out every other night and found the scorpions and killed them, so that he
Oh,
wouldn't have scorpions in his house.
oh, what a psychopath!
Not a psychopath, a smart man.
Let them vibe. They're just outside. Uh, so mine, um, I was thinking about it, and so you saw best wildlife. It's the first superlative, and then you look over and you see a superlative you wouldn't see in a normal high school yearbook for sure. Uh,
Okay,
which one is the easiest to traverse? So easiest to traverse. That's the superlative.
okay.
I think it's the land because like as soon as you're born, you're able to walk on it and you can just walk.
I'm
You
sorry.
don't
As
need
soon as you're born,
well, okay,
your
maybe
mother
like
births you. They cut the
yeah.
placenta, and you get up and you walk to the
Um,
nearest Quick Trip and pick up a hot dog for like 75 cents.
I think they cut the umbilical cord, dude.
Whatever. Who cares? It's 11:41 at night.
Anyway, okay, look. Okay, maybe after a couple years, but the baby could like roll around on the land, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And so
Okay.
it's like I don't
What
know.
about what about
Huh.
that Nirvana cover art where they have the baby that's swimming underwater
Oh,
in the pool?
yeah. I don't yeah, I don't know. I mean, but they can't last very long. So if you want to be in the water longer and really swim it, you have to have like scuba gear. If you want to cross the ocean, you know,
Hmm.
you need a boat or at least a raft, you know. If you want to go into
Okay.
the it took us thousands of years, dude, to get into the sky. You know, we had to wait for the Wright brothers to invent an airplane so we could get
Hmm.
up there, you know? So I don't know. I think the land is just the easiest to traverse.
Mm-hmm.
Land would clearly win that every day because you could just walk around. And if there's like, oh, let's say you're walking and there's a mountain in front of you, you could like hike it. But if there's cliffs, you can just go around it, you know?
I got you. I got
So
you.
there's options. And I mean, that
Mm.
was even before we had cars, but we have cars now, so the baby could like drive a car or whatever, you know, and it could get where it needs to go.
I guess. Now,
Yeah.
when you say the easiest to traverse, um,
Yes.
I also want to give my next superlative. As you continue to flip through the pages of the yearbook, you come
Uh
across
huh.
that says the most safest.
Oh, okay.
Yes, yes. And I want to say that the most safest out of the land, sea, and air is actually the air.
Oh, what?
Yes.
Really? Why would you say
Because
that?
according to the Airplane Flying Handbook, FAAH 80833C,
Bro, that's
which
one of my
is
favorite handbooks.
it is the official flight safety guide for airplane training, for pilot
Uh-huh.
training. And so I read through the first chapter because I could read no more.
Oh gosh.
But I
Wait,
read
there
through the
was
first chapter of the airplane flying handbook, and I want to point out a few quotes just to show
okay.
how much it takes to train to be an airplane pilot.
Yeah. Hit me.
The purpose of flight training is to develop the knowledge, experience, skills, and safe habits that establish a foundation that are transferable to any airplane. The pilot who has acquired necessary skills during training and develops these skills by flying training type airplanes with precision and safe flying habits is able to easily transition to more complex and higher performance airplanes. Exactly. If that
Oh,
bores you, you're not ready to fly an airplane
oh
because
man.
think of it this way. Anyone
Yeah.
can get a license once you're old enough.
Almost. Right.
Not everyone flies an airplane.
Okay.
So that clearly makes land travel much more dangerous because one of my favorite things to watch on YouTube and Reddit are different compilations of people who just cannot drive. They're normally called idiots in cars. And I find it really funny.
Of course.
And it just goes to show you there are lots of people who drive who should not be driving, but you can't say
Right.
the same about people flying airplanes. Almost every single person that gets behind in the cockpit of an airplane, they are especially trained to fly. So for
Right.
instance, the Federal Aviation Administration, the FAA, selects highly qualified individuals to be DPEs, or designated pilot examiner. These
Oh.
individuals have good industry reputations and for professionalism, high integrity, and demonstrated willingness to serve the public and adhere to FAA policies and procedures in certification matters. So even the people that are training future pilots are like the best of the best.
Not all of them. Mr. Top Gun, he is a maverick, and he barely cares about safety, dude.
And a fictional character.
No, Tom Cruise is real, dude.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did have that whole discussion about this is becoming a Tom Cruise fan
Yeah, we
podcast.
almost. Gosh, what if alternate universe? Huh?
Oh man.
Yeah. Look, okay, I get it. So pilots are safe, okay, but how does that tell me the sky is safe? You know,
I mean,
that's
you
where I'm
look
at a
into the
loss.
sky. How many collisions do you see in the air when you look up?
9/11. Why would you laugh at that tragedy, Matthew? America, look at him. Look at this guy laughing at the tragedy. Look, man,
That is
all
a
I'm saying is,
unfortunate event that happened.
I mean, I will give it to you. Land and sea probably have a lot more tragedies that outnumber the sky. It's just the sky
Exactly.
seems more dangerous,
But it's
because
not.
because when things go wrong, it just plummets down to the land or into
Yeah,
the sea.
but the thing
you
is,
know?
when you have pilots that have been properly trained, they know how to react in certain situations.
I know, but the sky itself, is it
The
safe?
sky itself has nothing to harm you.
Okay. What about meteors? Now that's space.
That's space.
But it goes through the
Dummy.
sky. Shut up.
No, because meteors, most of the time, as they enter the atmosphere going into the sky, they burn up and disintegrate.
Ah, the sky is our defense. Okay,
Exactly.
okay. All right, all right. I'll let you have this one, but
Thank you.
I'm not sold completely. I
Mm.
I have one.
Well, I can
Okay.
send over a copy of the Airplane
Please
Flying
don't. Oh my
Handbook,
gosh, do not.
FAAH
Don't you dare.
80833C.
Look, man, if I get low on toilet paper and I need something to wipe myself or whatever, I will ask for that from you.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
glad because
please.
according to this website, it has 1,200 pages.
You gotta be freaking kidding. No wonder you read just chapter one.
I told you. I'm on page 44 right now.
Why did you keep reading?
Because it was interesting and incredibly boring at the same time.
I swear, if you become a pilot, that would be kind of cool. You could take me on flights. You know
uh,
what? I take it back. You know what? That's not weird, Matthew. Keep it up.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
I'll read chapter
So,
2 tomorrow.
oh, uh, now let's say you're still thumbing through your yearbook, and you come. You know, like how you come to a page, and it's like all the emo kids are on that page.
Mm,
You know, and they got like
mm-hmm.
the long hair covering their eyes. It made me think of this superlative, most mysterious. You
Ooh.
know, and I think it's a clear winner. You've touched on it already. The sea, you know,
Mm. I,
it's
I,
it's the most mysterious.
yep.
Like,
I agree.
what's down there, dude? What is
Dude,
down there
freaking
at the bottom of the sea? You know, other than Little
aliens.
Mermaids. What?
You heard me. Aliens are down there.
They're on the space,
No,
which we're
they
not
are
talking about.
in the sea.
No, the kaiju are down there from Pacific Rim.
Oh my gosh.
The
I
big
still
old
haven't seen that
monsters.
movie.
Oh, well, spoiler, they come out of the sea.
Oh no. Now I can't see it.
I mean,
Ah,
you could. You'll be like, I know where they're coming out of. And then your friend who's seen it 20 times already has been like, good, I'm glad, Matthew.
you've seen it 20 times?
I didn't say you and me would watch it together.
Well, what other friend am I going to watch it with?
I don't know. Hey man,
Exactly.
let's watch Pacific Rim.
Dude, we've
I've
already
watched it
seen
20
this
times.
27 times.
But no, the sea's so mysterious, and sometimes like, or even if just like a lake, which is like a baby sea, you know, you just look at the lake and you're like, what's in there? Because it's
It's a
all murky.
lowercase c.
Lowercase c. Gosh, that's so dumb. But yeah. So yeah, the sea's very mysterious. And the creatures, they keep like dredging up creatures from the sea. They're like, what the heck is this? And people go,
Mm-hmm.
like the automatic thing is to just say that's a giant squid. And people go, this does not look like a giant squid.
No, it's
But
because
people
it's an
just
alien.
assume, no, it's not an alien, you idiot. It's a fish of some kind. But we just don't know what kind of fish. We haven't seen it.
It's an alien fish.
Yeah, so the sea is so mysterious. And like,
Uh,
have you ever been at the beach during like a storm, you know, or almost a hurricane?
yes, not a
And
hurricane, but definitely a storm.
it's
We were staying at a beach house, and me and my brother and my friend were sleeping on the the third floor of this raised beach house, and we were rocked to sleep that night.
oh, your mom
Yes.
was rocking y'all to sleep. It
No,
was so
the
nice.
entire house was rocking.
Oh, I was like, aren't y'all a bit old for that? But okay. Yeah, but if you look at the sea during the storm, it looks so angry and mysterious, and you're like, why are you so pissed off? It's
Mm,
just a thunderstorm, you know? But it's just, I don't know, it's just mysterious like that.
it is. I have to
Yeah.
agree.
So, But what's our next one, Matthew?
I just want to bring out this superlative. You move on, you look down past the most mysterious, and then
Yeah.
you get to the superlative, least likely to overthrow the government.
Okay.
And this one is clearly the sea.
The sea? Really?
The sea.
You-
Because I go back to the New International magazine in the article, Who Owns the Sea?
Uh-huh.
Here's the thing. There is not a way to regulate throwing trash into the sea. There are lots of governments that are trying to figure out how we can best work through this, but they're not all unified. And so
Yeah.
what we see here is that we have we have Steve Hines, a professor of international law at London's Greenwich University, and he says most international law in relation to the high seas is virtually unenforceable. And then he continues, he says, it doesn't work. If you talk to people who have vested interests, they will say it's working fine, but that is simply not the case. And so
Yeah.
the author of this article is calling that we need to have another government entity that is over all the ocean.
Okay.
What we see here is someone who clearly thinks, well, what's the ocean going to do? Fight back? No. I'm going to conquer the ocean because the ocean can't conquer me.
Yeah. I think
And so there's no way the ocean can overthrow the government because it's weak.
I really hate to hear that because, like, people back in the day had a healthy fear of the sea. You know?
They did. They did.
Like, and it was good. It was nice to have a healthy fear. But now it's just like, I'm going to just throw my water bottles in it. What's it going to do?
Yeah. It's pretty sad.
It is sad. But
we need to release the Kraken more often.
I know. Where is he? Why hasn't he been released lately?
Gosh.
Who's
question where is God?
up?
Why doesn't he love me? Why doesn't he answer my questions? Here's the real thing. Where is the Kraken? Why hasn't he killed more people and made them re-afraid of the sea?
I'm glad there's movies coming out lately bringing attention to that issue because like there was that movie that just came out about that girl called Are You There, Kraken? It's Me, Margaret, where she wants the Kraken to
oh yes, that memorable movie. Or the fact that you have Krakens everywhere all at once. That was a hit movie.
Oh, dude, actually, okay. I know we're doing a bit right now, but there is a movie coming out by DreamWorks, I think, where it follows
oh my gosh,
a
you're right.
Kraken girl.
and she fights a mermaid.
Yeah, because the mermaids are evil.
Yeah.
Man.
But you also have these classics. You have Kraken Millionaire, Silence of the Krakens, a Kraken Orange, Die Kraken.
Die Kraken, and
its sequel, Kraken Hard.
Kraken Hard. Yeah.
You also have American Kraken, Kraken Day, Lost in Kraken,
Pirates of the Kraken,
Krakens on a Plane.
Yeah. Oh, I hate that when that happens.
Yep. Cool Hand Kraken. Kraken stars in a Western movie.
Yeah, and the classic Marvel film, Black Kraken.
And you have the the great prison movie, Kraken Shank Redemption.
Kraken Shank Redemption.
And you also you have the sea mafia movie, the Kraken Father.
Oh gosh. Yeah.
Such great movies.
there was that one Oscar bait film a few years ago with Timothy Chalamet called "Call Me by Your Kraken." That was
You had that one mystery
very
movie
emotional.
that Ben Affleck starred in, The Lovely Kraken.
Yeah. I have gradually, instead of thinking of the Kraken creature, I've gradually replaced it with just the word cracking and, and have put it with that.
Yep.
Oh,
Ah,
you
what
know,
are we talking about? Oh yeah, overthrowing the government.
superlatives. Oh, superlatives. No, it's my turn, Matthew.
Okay.
Look, we've been dogging on the sea so much today. All right. I think, okay, you see this in almost every high school yearbook, but I think a good superlative would be cutest couple, you know?
Cutest
And
couple.
right. So if I'm thinking of the sea, like I'm thinking of like I think the sea you hear sailors call her a cruel mistress. So the sea would
Mm,
be a chick, and then the land would be a dude, and I think the sky would be a dude too. He'd be like, you know,
third
like
wheel.
artsy. He'd be the guy shirtless playing the guitar somewhere. And so, wait, no, actually, maybe I need to change my analogy. Uh, no, we'll keep it. Okay, so I think the cutest couple would be land and sea. You know,
Okay.
for thousands of years they've been a very cute couple, but I think after graduation he's going to be just really good friends with Sky and is just going to hang out
Mm,
with him more and neglect the sea, you know?
mm. And sort
Would
of
be
like a bromance kind of situation.
Yeah, I didn't want to turn it gay. So, yeah, definitely a
It's a
bromance thing.
bromance. There's nothing gay about it.
For sure. They're just good friends.
They are.
I shouldn't have laughed after I said that. They are good
Wow.
friends.
They
Yeah,
are.
yeah. So I don't know. What do you think? Cutest couple? I mean,
That's a hard one because I mean, there's three of them,
there
and
are
there's.
three.
Oh, never mind.
One's going to get left out.
I would say the cutest couple would actually be the land, or excuse me, the sea and the air, because
What?
well, the air needs the sea in order to better, you know, kind of what's the word, water the land,
Yeah.
because if you didn't have the ocean, you wouldn't have rain, and if you didn't have the air to, you know, accumulate all the water droplets and pour it onto the earth, then you wouldn't have rain. And so the way and it's a sacrificial type of love because
Uh-huh.
the sea always gives itself to the air, and sometimes the
Mm-hmm.
air doesn't always give it back to the sea, but whenever it does, it creates something magical called the
I don't know.
water cycle.
I'm not feeling it, dude. I mean,
Mm,
for thousands of years, it was if you want to go somewhere, you had to use if you wanted to go another country or trade, you had to go by sea, you know?
mm.
And so the land had just had a really good thing going with the sea for so long. And so I know you're thinking more in a nature way, but I'm trying to think of like how were humans surviving? They had to, transport stuff through the sea.
That's a good
So I
point.
think I don't know, and I just like them together, dude. They're just so cute. They're a cute couple.
Yeah, so now we turn to the next page and we see the best views. And this
Ah,
might surprise you, but I would say the best views are actually from the land.
I'm so surprised.
Well, a lot of times people, when you think of like, the best view, they're just like, I want a sky, I want to look up from, higher above it and look at that. And sure, you can see some pretty things from the sky, but there's something else about looking up from the ground.
Hmm.
And so this from a 2020 um, issue of Outdoor Photographer. They have
Okay.
taken some pictures, and these are stunning, stunning pictures. You've got some of them from the Gates of the Arctic National Park, or
Oh,
the article is called the 10 Unique National Parks.
Matthew, there's nothing better, nothing I look forward to more than describing visual media in an auditory form. You know, there's
I mean,
nothing better for our listeners
look,
than
here's the thing.
describing these beautiful photos.
I'm gonna tell you the kind of views they have. This one is
Okay,
taken
tell me.
from from a rising mountain coming off of a shoreline where it just
Oh,
drops cliffs drop straight into the ocean from the National Park of the American Samoa. And then you get a view from the Great Sand Dunes National Park from a mountain that overlooks the sand dunes that crawl across the ground. And
right.
then you see a single evergreen tree sitting in the middle of these rolling hills at the Lassen Volcanic National Park. But then my favorite picture here is actually from the Redwood National Park, and it's from the ground looking up to the top of the trees, but the trees are covered in fog. And
Oh,
there's something that's just beautiful about not being able to see the tops of those trees. And you wouldn't get that from the sky.
yeah, that is true. Well, unless you're in the sky, but then the angle's kind of weird.
Exactly. The angles, it's just like, there it is. But then you can see the many different elevations, the rising, all the different parts of it.
Yeah,
I don't know. You can just, there's so much more that you can get from the ground than if you were looking down from, like an airplane or a helicopter.
yeah. Well, and I mean, I get it. Like if we're talking about the best views, there's a clear difference, with the sea surrounding the Bahamas versus the sea right beside North Carolina.
That is very
South
true.
Carolina. Like like there's a clear difference. You go to South Carolina's beach and you're like, "Oh, man, this wow, the Atlantic looks so great." And but then you go to the Bahamas and you're like, "Ah, look at this blue water." So I'll
Yeah.
give it to you. The land's got the best views most consistently.
Mm, yep.
Yeah. I think it wins that round. I
Thank you.
which Matthew, you keep thumbing through the yearbook. Actually, no, you're still on the page with the emo kids. And
Oh,
you
that's good.
look, and there's a superlative, most fun, and
Mm.
and you know what I think is the most fun?
Mm-hmm.
I think the sky is the most fun. You know, and
Interesting.
yeah, but I think it's been just for like thousands of years. Again, it's only been in recent years, but I think it's just been hogged by birds. You know,
I see.
But like, dude, if you look at birds, they're always like having fun flying around in the sky. They're singing in the sky. Like I don't see sea creatures singing really, you know?
No,
Maybe
they're too
whales.
busy. They're too busy going.
Yeah, or
You
the
know?
whales, with their oh, whoa,
Yeah, and then you've got the dolphins
you
that are
know?
like.
Oh gosh. Gosh.
Yes,
I'm
beautiful
sorry,
sounds.
headphone users. um Yeah, so it's just I don't know. You got the birds; they're always singing and they're flying, you
Yep.
know, and uh, and so they hogged it for so long. And I'm so glad the Wright brothers came along and were like, "No, no more. It's our turn." And then they invented the airplane.
Yeah.
Where balloons were invented before the airplane.
Yes.
I'm giving the Wright brothers too much credit,
Yeah.
but maybe they were the most furious. They were so done. They were like, "We need an airplane now."
Well, that was the wrong brothers, actually.
Ah, the wrong brothers. They invented the balloon. It's like, here's
They
our hot
wanted,
air balloon, and
yeah.
everyone was like, "Whatever, dude." But then the Wright brothers invented the airplane, and people were like, "This is something special."
Yo, that's sick.
And the balloon guys were like, "We've had balloons forever, though."
Yeah.
Yeah. What do
Now,
you? I mean, do you agree? Do you think this guy's the most fun?
I'd have to disagree
Oh,
because because did people in the sky develop the Legend of Zelda?
mm, no,
No, they were land people
they
that did
didn't.
it. Did did the sky give us such wondrous sights like Devil's Tower in Australia or the the Grand Canyon out in Arizona? No, the land did.
Yeah, I don't know. They just when you say Devil's Canyon, that's like, oh,
Devil's
I
Tower.
mean, Devil's Tower. It doesn't sound very fun to me. Like, it sounds like, oh man, I'm gonna have to fight a demon when I get there. Um, but the sky though, it's like, oh, I can hang out with the birds. I can look at the
Oh
clouds. How
gosh,
peaceful is
the Devil's Tower's in Wyoming. That's not true because
Oh,
Wyoming doesn't exist.
it, actually, Matthew, this is dangerous because if Wyoming doesn't exist, then the Devil's Tower doesn't exist, and if the Devil's Tower doesn't exist, does the devil exist? He doesn't have a tower.
I think the Devil's Tower has nothing to do with the actual devil. Um, but you do raise a interesting point.
Right. If Wyoming never existed, would the devil have existed?
Dang. Would he even go down to Georgia?
Why are we dogging on Wyoming? Did I miss something? I mean, I've been
Is
following your lead here of dogging on Wyoming, but I don't understand why. What do
it's
you have
because it
against
just
Wyoming?
all right. I'm gonna ask you this question: who do you know is from Wyoming?
Gosh, I wasn't in the mood for a pop quiz. I couldn't handle it earlier with the Legend of Zelda questions, and I can't handle it now.
Exactly, because Wyoming doesn't exist.
Maybe you're right.
I am right.
Ah,
You know
they
why
wouldn't
I'm
just
right?
make up a place.
They would. They've done it before. It's like Area 51.
Nah, Wyoming can't be the Area 51 of states. Surely.
Oh, well, I do know one thing.
Yeah.
I think there's one that is on everyone's mind is who has the best dimples?
Oh, yeah. I love that one.
Yeah. I mean, it's clearly the land. I mean,
Yeah.
you go back to the national parks and it's just, I mean, it's got, I mean, it even goes into Mammoth Cave National Park. I mean,
Okay.
then you've got Crater Lake National Park. It's a freaking crater in the ground. Um,
Okay. I
you've
don't
got
understand.
the Grand Canyon.
I don't understand how these are dimples.
How are they not dimples?
I because the fact they're not, I don't know what else to say. I mean, they're not really dimple like. When I think of dimples, I would think of like hills, for example. Like, I would just be simple and say the hills of Texas, something simple like that.
What about the Great Sand Dunes National Park? Those are like hills of sand.
I
Like that
mean,
person hasn't moisturized their face.
yeah, they're like, it's like cracking. They're like, what's the
Cracking?
other? Yeah. Well, they need some, like, what's that famous face cleansing brand or whatever?
Neutrogena.
Yeah, they need some like
I
Neutrogena or
have
something.
not seen anything for Neutrogena in years. Why did I remember that?
It's what your face wants right now, Matthew. It remembered for you. I mean,
Gosh.
I guess cutest dimples. I,
I mean,
yeah,
what's the air going to have? The decreasing ozone layer?
yeah. It's I don't know. And then the C has just such smooth skin sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't have dimples for sure.
Right.
Yeah, I guess it's got to be the land. Okay, here's mine. All right.
All right.
Okay. This superlative is big. I mean, we've already touched on this issue. This is near and dear to our heart. Most likely to fall asleep during a volcano, to sleep through a volcano. No, wait.
Oh my.
No. Let me go back. I said it wrong. I'm so sleepy right now, Matthew. Okay. Most likely to sleep through a tornado. No. I said it wrong again. Matthew, I'm so
How
tired.
dare you?
I'm going to do it
Are
one
you
more
going
time.
to say most likely to
Just,
sleep through an earthquake?
I am. Okay. Most likely to sleep through an earthquake. And that is the sky.
All right, dude. Out of the bit.
Uh-huh.
I have this one as well.
Yes! I knew we had one. We had one
We
matching
did
one.
have
This
one in
is sick.
common.
Gosh.
Before you go into your reasoning, my reasoning is because an earthquake creates a tsunami, and I read a book about the 2011 Great Tsunami in Japan, and that was a
Yeah.
big bummer.
Oh, okay.
And the land and the sea were both disrupted, and the air was chilling.
Yeah. But anyway, I think the sky would. It would be
Mm,
undisturbed. The
mm,
land would never. The land would be like experiencing the earthquake, and it'd be like, why am I shaking right now? You know?
dude,
It would be
quaking.
akin to it would be akin to like shivers from having a fever or the flu or something. And
Yeah.
then the sea, its girlfriend is just like, oh no, you're sick. Are you okay? I felt you shaking or whatever. They're like
Mm-hmm.
sitting in class or something.
Dang.
And then the sky just in his own world. He's like shirtless
Yep.
playing guitar on the quad, so he's not hearing that at all.
Man.
Well, guess what? Guess what, dear listener? You've made it through the yearbook,
Yep. There's nothing
and
else to see in this yearbook.
there's just that quote from Mark Barton who's saying, "Hey, never change."
Entertainment is evil and satanic.
Yeah, that's also his PS. He's like, "Hey, I've been homeschooled except for my one senior year where I had to go to public school for some reason, and I don't watch Harry Potter, and I don't think you should either.
No.
But
All
never change."
entertainment is satanic.
Yeah. Oh man.
This podcast is also satanic because it is a form of entertainment in a way. Dadgummit.
I guess so.
Are we good Christian boys then?
Maybe.
If we're contributing to Satanism.
No. We don't talk about witchcraft. Wait, have we? We'd
We
have it.
have.
We would never. Oh crap.
We have.
We're
We talked about
sorry.
it. We talked about pagans.
Oh
You
no.
you even said the happy birthday song was satanic.
Yeah, I did. I remember that.
Well,
Oh,
this is a sad revelation. And I think the best thing to do is just go ahead and get out of this and cue that music.
amen. Matthew, it's time to say goodbye,
Finally.
Um, it's time to play Canon and D as we march out of the gymnasium, and we're right behind land, sea, and air as they throw their caps in the air. Wait, they just throw their caps. I don't want to throw them at the air, But anyway,
I hate you.
so we're just graduation's over. Land, sea, and sky, they're going to be adults now, and all they have are the memories they made along the way. And that's
Yep.
what we have, Matthew, the memories we've made along the way. And so
Yes.
if you've enjoyed walking down memory lane with us today, you should email us. We have an email. It's absurdarguments, the number 4, the letter U, at gmail.com. And then you can find us on social media. We're on YouTube now, I think. Right, Matthew?
We are on YouTube. By the time you hear this, it's already been out for a couple days. But hey, welcome aboard.
Right. Hopefully you'll listen to us, maybe, and leave a comment.
Yep.
So, yeah. And Matthew, any parting words?
Yes, go out on this fine day, whenever you listen to it, morning, afternoon, evening, and enjoy nature as we approach summertime and the scorching heat in the northern hemisphere, or the chilling wind if you're in the southern hemisphere. But regardless, enjoy your time, because you're going to die and you'll never experience that again.
Yeah, great. Why?
Yep.
Sorry, folks, for the depressing ending. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoy the nature. That's what we wanted. Enjoy nature.
Yep. Enjoy the Kraken.
Right. Release it.
Release the Kraken on this new day.
Just go on and release it.
Yep. We'll see you later, mother truckers.
Bye-bye.